All right. So we need to talk about this because people are just, they don't get it. They don't get it. Let's get into the video. So first off, I want to bring this to attention. If you're a scooper or you have information regarding Marvel, right? And this is going to sound like I'm hating because I kind of am. If you are going to claim something, you better have actual information. Check this one out. I think this is the most absolute in my mind. It's confirmed Sacha Baron Cohen has joined the cast of Ironheart, and he is playing a version of Dormammu in the comics. Sacha Baron is rumored to be playing Mephisto. One is the king of like the underworld, and one is the ruler of the dark dimension. They're not even close to the same person. They're not even like the variants of each other. It's like saying Galactus is a variant of Dormammu. Dormammu's the dark dimension. Galactus is hunger. Mephisto is the devil. They're not variants. There's nothing to do with each other. Like, so reliability for this person, zero. Like absolute zero. I'm just saying, just do what you want with that. I just thought I'd bring that up because it just pissed me off. Now, let's talk about this. One of my favorite characters of all time, Bob, aka the Sentry. Take a look at Bob real quick. He's fat. He's a Caucasian male with blonde hair. Now, people will say, well, they can change how the character looks. No, they shouldn't. Iron Man, Namor, T'Challa, Steve Rogers, Black Widow, Thor. Characters don't change. Like, you can say that some characters change and whatnot, but Sentry, I believe, is an iconic character. Especially if you're going to go and say, like, he was one of the first superheroes that was kind of forgotten and whatnot. Now, let's talk about who were the possible casting, right? So, first off, we had Steven Yeun. Best known as Glenn on The Walking Dead, was in The Bear, was in a lot of things. Great actor when it comes to portraying emotions and whatnot. Does not look like Sentry. People hated on me for this. Don't care. Does not look like Sentry. He exited it. We know it wasn't due to scheduling conflict. We know it was more, whether it was money, he didn't like the script, whatever was going on. Too small to look like Sentry. And he just doesn't look like Sentry. Let's be real. Next up. In my recent tweet, I shared that Dev Patel declined an offer to portray Sentry in the upcoming Thunderbolts, and many fans came out of the comment section saying he would have been a great Reed Richards. Now, this is my friend Mutant Updates. If I remember correctly, he kind of was in the running, or they were saying he was in the running, but he never ended up being for Mr. Fantastic. That doesn't look like Reed. That doesn't look like Sentry once again. It doesn't. He's more like Sentry than Steven Yeun, but it's not Sentry. Stop messing up castings. I can't handle it. Next up, Austin Abrams is his name. I guess he was in like Euphoria and House of Dragons or something. I don't know. I've never seen this guy before. This doesn't look like Bob. He has blonde hair. That's all. That's all he's got. He's little. But I mean, I guess he's gotten bigger in certain shows in Euphoria. I guess he's bigger and whatnot, but doesn't look like Sentry. Now, if you would say, oh, we're casting him possibly as Ryan, the new quote-unquote Sentry, one of the few Sentries in the new comics, then I would say, okay, he kind of looks like him. Cut his hair, give him the spiky hair, and then give him like the tiara or the crown or whatever. That's okay. He looks more like, I don't even know, like a low-budget Peter Parker. And that's not me trying to be mean, because apparently he's a great actor, and I'm not hating on him, but he doesn't look like Sentry. I will pitch this over and over and over and over again. Alan Richardson is Sentry. Like, what do you... No, Henry Cavill is not Sentry. Henry Cavill is like Hyperion or Hercules. Stop trying to make him Sentry. He's not Sentry either. And people say, well, he's a big buff guy. Yes, but he's not Sentry. I need you to CGI Sentry looking fat, kind of like in The Whale, how they made Brandon Fraser fat. Perfect. And then have him come down and get all buff and whatnot, and Alan Richardson. Like Shazam, in a sense. Or do like Like, there's a lot of actors you could use, but at the same time, I feel like he's this very specific character, especially with the time period that he was in. You know, and then obviously I wouldn't introduce him before Fantastic Four because he was really good friends with Reed. So what are we doing here? What are we doing? Stop messing with him. Stop messing with the one character that brings me joy besides like Logan and like Venom. Just stop. Please, Marvel. Please. If you're going to just cast a random person, cast me. Like, I could be Sentry. Give me a couple months, give me that super soldier serum, and we're good to go. But I'm just saying, leave Sentry alone.